Sad boys, sad boys, sad boys, sad boys, sad. Yeet.
From East Tennessee, this is the Sad Boys Podcast. And now, here's your hosts, Gabe and Parker.
Goof Troop.
We're not going with that.
What's up, you Goof Troops?
No, stop that right now.
You're just trucking on the Goof Troop.
Just the Gooster Gasters. No one's ever going to be want to call any of those things.
Well, that's what we call you.
That's true.
That's our name for you, and you accept it or leave. I don't know at this point.
Let me throw something your way.
All right, hit me with it.
Think about the beginning of the podcast.
Okay.
And then think about now.
Okay.
Just like, I don't know. We've been recording a lot the last 12 hours or so.
Yeah.
I just feel like we sound so much happier.
Oh yeah.
This shit sounds bright to me.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm happy, but I'm also laser focused. I'm ready for this episode.
You had one
today.
cup of coffee,
Ooh,
and you're ready to go.
I put a little wine in it. It was
You
weird.
did do that. That was weird. It was a strange thing to see.
But it was tasty. I'll tell you that.
I'll take your word for it.
I've seen people do it before. I'll tell you a surprising combo. No shit. Red wine and a splash of root beer.
Ugh, I don't like root beer.
Oh.
I've done red wine and Coke before. That's very good.
Yeah, red wine and root beer, it's like the same thing. It's a weird combo, but also, we're college aged.
Mm-hmm.
You're a college dropout, but
Thank you.
we try weird weird drinks.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what we do. I mean, I'm a fan of PGA myself.
You got to respect that drink.
Pure grain alcohol.
Holy hell.
Yeah, that stuff could. That
could
stuff
kill a
could
person.
like clean.
I've seen it almost kill people.
Yeah. That stuff could like clean stuff off of asphalt.
Yeah. I don't, I have a big respect for it, but there aren't many times when I choose to drink something that explodes when it's near an open flame.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be. You got to be very careful with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's like it's basically like drinking gasoline.
I'll tell you this. For New Year's, I had a drink that I never thought that I would say this.
Okay.
So I'll tell you. It was a PBR.
Yep.
On ice.
Interesting.
With I don't know what kind of liqueur it is.
Oh.
But you just do like a little splash. It's called St. Germain's, and it was delicious. It was so, I felt the same way.
Okay.
And I was
blown away.
I had it, and I was like, I'm mad that it's this good.
Yeah. On New Year's, I had a drink. I was telling you earlier, I went to this bar in Chattanooga, and they had an entire wall of Marvel drinks.
Yeah.
And I had
beautiful.
the Pim Particles. It was like champagne. It was like lemon vodka, orange vodka, and then like a lemon peel.
Uh-huh.
And it rocked my world. It was delicious.
I'm not a huge champagne guy.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like you. It was like a mimosa, almost.
Okay.
It was like a mimosa.
I love a
almost.
good mimo.
Yeah, a good mimo, man.
I love a good mimo.
Oh yeah, we had mimosas on Christmas morning this year,
That's awesome.
and it was nice. It was cool. It was cool. Had a few mimosas, opened some presents. I got a wok.
You got a walk?
Yeah, a big cooking pan.
A wok?
Yeah. What did I say?
Walk?
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
In my head, it is.
W-O-K, that's a wok.
Let me see you walk.
Oh,
What?
You're just flipping
Yeah.
rice.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm really ready to get into today's topic.
All right, tell them what we're talking about.
Today we were talking about the moon landing.
We're getting into some. What did he say on that movie? How did he say it? Controversy. Yeah, that's another hint for the movie that's coming. I don't know. Maybe we've already put it out. Maybe this one, the order will be TBD. But I think this is before.
Yeah. That's another hint for you.
Controversy.
Controversy. I will say this. I am not a huge conspiracy theory guy. I like reading them just for fun. I typically don't pay them any stock. But I really do count myself in the camp. I do not believe we landed on the moon. Not when we said we did initially.
Okay.
Not when we said we did initially.
Here's what I'm going to say. I've heard arguments for that school of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I think. I understand the reasoning behind having faked it if we did.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know. We're going to get into it. You know way more about this than I do.
I do. I read about it often, and I read about it.
There's so many better things to read about.
I don't know. It just fascinates me.
Why would our government lie to us?
Well, I mean, our government lies to us all the time. You and I were talking about aliens the other day. Like,
they don't lie to us about aliens. They just don't tell us.
That's lying.
No, it's not.
That is withholding truth.
That's withholding truth. That's not lying.
I would argue that that's a lie.
Okay.
If you could tell.
That's a completely different episode.
Yeah, we could get into that. Big Brother's going to listen to this. They're going to play it through.
We're going to be killed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I will tell you guys this: if either Gabe or I die in a car crash, right? Soon, somebody cut those brakes, and I'll tell you who it was. It was Al Gore.
I would love to be killed for my art.
Well, it's not necessarily art so much; it is exposing the truth. Now,
I want
will
to die
say
for
this.
my art.
I'm pulling up I'm going to pull up a statistic for you.
Okay.
As I'm talking, but there is a huge portion of the American population that is in this same camp.
Yeah, it's a big thing. A lot of people think this.
I just want to get the exact number so we're all on the same page.
How many people think moon fake?
I heard a statistic once. It's not a super huge portion, but it's like 1 in 10.
That's
Americans.
Pretty decent.
It's 7%. So
Okay.
it's around 1 in 10.
It's around 1 in 7.
That's not how that math works, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, I was going to say you're just wrong. But anyway, that for me is a shocking amount of numbers. Now, I want to preface
That's
all
still
of
a
this.
lot of people.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said 1 in 7.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Dumbass.
That was really dumb. That's okay though. Now, if you guys are into it, I want you to pause the podcast right now, and I want you to go on to Netflix, and I want you to pull up the film Moonwalkers. This movie got me interested in reading about the film, or the moon landing being faked. It's a movie with Ron Perlman and Rupert Grint, who played Ron Weasley.
Ron? Yeah.
He played Ron. And it's hard to explain, but essentially what it comes down to is Ron Perlman's a CIA agent, and he's going to London to pay Stanley Kubrick to fake the moon landing, to film and fake the moon landing. Somehow Rupert Grint gets the money, and then the money to pay Stanley Kubrick, and then from there it's just a wild ride of them trying to get the equipment to film a fake moon landing. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. But there is a huge conspiracy, and what I'll kind of hit you with some facts, and we'll go back to the reason that I think legitimately Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing.
Okay.
Like for reals, for real skis.
Sure.
But I'm gonna hit you with some facts. All right. And I want you to comment how dumb you think these are, because I mean I genuinely believe these. There's
all right, let's hear it.
To me, some stock in these. I'm gonna sit up really fast. I'm gonna move this mic because I have to get primed. get.
Why are you so passionate about this?
I don't know. All right, but this is. I just pulled this one up just for leisurely talking on the podcast. There's 10 reasons, the 10 biggest reasons why
BuzzFeed?
people think no. It's Telegraph.
Okay.
The 10 biggest reasons why people believe the U.S. moon landing was fake. And interject between each point. I want to know what you think. Point number 1. When the astronauts are putting up the American flag, it waves. There is no wind on the moon. There's no atmospheric pressure. How does the flag wave, Gabe? How does the flag wave?
They're moving around. It's going to have motion.
No. It's like moving. Like there's wind.
I don't think... Okay, here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the whole footage of the landing, so I'm just going to try and knock these down.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I want to hear them. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm an expert by any means, but I think I've seen the footage, and the footage of the flag. I will say this.
It's also not good footage.
No, it's not. This is the only point that I do not put much stock into, because the NASA's response makes a lot of sense. With this particular point for me, this is not one that I hang my hat on.
Okay. What did they say?
They say that the bag that they sent the flag in was compressor, like the pressure was taken, or the air was sucked out.
Yeah.
So when they opened it, the flag was wrinkly, and when they draped it off, they had to drape the flag. It was like, it wasn't your typical flagpole.
Okay.
It was a flagpole with a cross beam.
Okay,
above
to keep it
so that it was
yeah.
out. And so, again, this is the one that I seriously don't hang my hat on. Whenever they
when they pull it out,
whenever they pulled the flag out, that motion kind of carried because of, and it looked crinkly because they kept it in a pressurized bag, whatever, decompressed bag. So that's the only point, but that's the people's go-to argument.
Okay.
Which I think is stupid.
That's a weak one.
That is a very weak one in my opinion. And I believe the moon landing was fake.
Okay.
But this is not one that I'll hang my hat on. Now, this one is interesting to think about. When you're on Earth and you look up in the night sky, it's a clear night, what do you see?
Stars.
All right. Right? Mm-hmm. In no picture or footage of the moon landing, even just regular picture, because the pictures came back clear.
Okay.
Right? The footage itself is pixelated because of, poor tech getting it up there. There are no stars in the night sky on the moon. In any of the footage. None of them. It is all
What if it was a cloudy night?
on the moon? Yeah. No, that's not how that works.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to turn you into a true believer by the end of it.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't have anything to say to that one, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't know.
It is a wild thought. I mean, again, I've looked at NASA's response to these, and they say, this is what they say. I don't fucking buy it.
Oh, my God.
They say that it's just because of the glow from the moon itself, because the moon is reflective.
Right.
So the glow from the moon, I mean, and again, of course, I'm like debunking my own points, but when you're in a city, it's hard to see the stars,
you don't see
but you
stars.
still see them.
Not always.
I'm just saying.
Go to downtown Atlanta and point out some stars. Good luck, buddy. That shit's bright as fuck.
But here's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That was their point. They were like, well, yeah, it was just the moon.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say, because it's you have a hard time in cities because it's like street lights and shit. You know what's reflecting off the moon? The fucking sun.
The sun.
So that shit is bright, and there's nothing really stopping it.
Yeah, this is what I'll say about that point. Mm-hmm. Again, these first 2 points I don't hang my hat on.
Okay.
Now the stars thing is interesting. It's an It's an interesting thing in photography for it to not show up. I mean, like, I would imagine that they would on some level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not something I would ever think about.
Yeah, but again, that response does make sense. We work with cameras. I get that one.
Were there stars in Apollo 13?
The movie?
Yeah. Did you see stars?
Yeah, in the movie.
Oh.
I'm just saying. No. Again, I don't hang my hat on that one, but this is the one where it picks up the points from here on out get a little more.
Okay.
A little more in depth. So the lunar module right, that they sent down, right? The test footage or whatever shows this, like, what would you call that? The little rocket